Hey folks, just wanted to give you a little filler video. I had to bump things last night. Unfortunately, I've been out of town most of the week, which is not originally in my plans. And last yesterday ended up being a little bit of a longer day than I anticipated. So, long story short, the promise video is actually being recorded tonight, and I just don't know with Christmas Eve if I'm going to get it together tomorrow for you guys or not after recording it. So we'll have to see what what happens with that. So I'm just going to give you a little short video here until we can get that longer video out with the Moonbat. I've gone in and bought with the sales this weekend the four craft on the Allied side that I had unlocked and ready to go. So Swift, F7U Cutlass, F2H Banshee, and P1056 the Westland. So I've got these, more or less. I think I'm going to go ahead and specialize the Swift and indeed all the Tier 10 fighters, just because it's very hard at Tier 10 to keep up with people who have been playing for a long time in specialized aircraft with very good gear on them. The difference between even a elated Tier 10 like this, where you don't have to unlock anything, and someone with fully specialized equipment is pretty significant. So specializing it will allow me to at least bridge some of that gap, even though I won't have the experience with the plane that they do, or maybe necessarily even the pilot skills. I can get pretty close. So that's what I'm going to be doing with these. For tonight, though, we're going to take out the Ki-88. Underrated plane at Tier 6, flies a little bit like a Air Cobra, but with a little more of the verticality, a little more of the boom and zoom element. So we're going to dive into this. And while the battle's loading in, just want to clarify on the reports from yesterday. I think there was a couple of things that popped up in Discord and the forums that in-game reports are not the way to go. If you see someone dumping out on you, Tim, killing you, you have to submit a ticket to Wargaming. So 3 reports in the game won't do anything. It needs to be 3 reports of you're actually submitting a ticket to Wargaming customer service, which is being monitored. So, I forgot to update my my mod, so I can't tell the bots apart. But anyway, we got quite a few going on here. It's P51, P47, P51, XP55, and O-Fighter SE100. So we're up tier, but we do have face-off against a pair of P51s. Looks like we got a Cinder and a P51 on our side as well. So we're going to go ahead and a little bit of a lag there. We're going to go ahead and head over here and see what we can do. I have not had any bugs so far that have been reported in terms of dealing with the holiday update. But since this is one of the first rodeos, we'll find out. Saving on the trailing plane here. It says a 37 millimeter and 220 millimeters. All right, make sure I got that one and not somebody else. All right, onward to the rocket base. We're just going to continue to climb. Now, the downside of this one being a vertical fighter, not a lot of great boost time on it, right? So we're going to get up here, see what we can do, and also let it refill our boost. I see the P61s. Should have probably just dove into him. Don't think he's going to catch me. Unless he makes concerted effort, which is possible, but there's a little bit of a furball there. Get some holes in this guy. I really do want to be over here capturing the airbase, though, so we're going to let him go. Be a little easier to knock down now. Fortunately, there's a lot to deal with on this side in terms of AA. And there we go. Come on, baby. This is very dangerous. Oh, okay. SE-100 pulled it out. I guess he just respawned from somewhere. Yeah, it looks that way. Unfortunate, because I think I probably would have had the Mustang. Had that gone slightly differently. Alright. We're going to head over here. Clean up the... yeah, it really needs to be that. Fortunately, I think they're going to continue to defend over there. What we really need to do is get critical mass in one place. Their P-61s, I think, are working together, or at least cognizant of each other. What I'd like to do really is get that zone flipped. I think the rocket base is going to have an easier time of that than I am. Alright, so Cowboy's got that one. We're going to do an intercept course. B-17 is going to swing directly in at us. You can see Tier 6, we're sitting comfortably at 2,000 meters. No problem. I'll let these guns cool off a little bit. There we go. This Beaufighter is making the same mistake most Beaufighter pilots make, which is believing they are ground attacking. Even in this one, ground attack and air-to-air are two different things. And the turret's nice, but this is a higher firepower aircraft, so even the strong turret of the Beaufighter is not going to make a difference there. And as you can see, because of the strategy we chose, we're now up 3 zones. So, and our rocket base is not going to tap that one. That's right. They only attack adjacent bases. Good to remember. We're going to be content to climb using our limited inherent boost here, I think. Looks like we may flip. Oh no, yeah. So our guys are not working together over there. That's unfortunate. Because that zone would have been flipped if they had spent just a moment helping one another. All right, thankfully it's already there. I'm going to take the trailer. He doesn't see me. Go ahead and get that pneumatic assist going. Swap targets, midstream, and there we go. So, well played by the teammates. That was definitely the right move. We do have a bomber over there. I think they've got that guy, so I'm going to speed over this away. This time I am going to use that boost. And it's not going to matter, because game up. So you can see that the biggest weakness of this plane is that limited boost time. That's really what it boils down to. Everything else about the plane is enjoyable. You've got good cannons, not necessarily great accuracy. You're going to have to work on that yourself and then with equipment, but very strong firepower and good speed, good airspeed retention, decent dive speed, and really a pretty good maneuverability. The turn time I have on my setup is less than 10 seconds, so that certainly rivals other aircraft outside of specialized turn and burn. As you saw, like the Ascender can outturn me, obviously Spitfires, Zeros. But if that happens, if I encounter one of those, because this is a little bit of a hybrid plane, you just go into the climb and let them have it. And I can even dive away, as you saw, at shallow run away from the P-51. So he would have eventually run me down, but the question at some point becomes, is it worth it, right? Is it worth it to try and track me down when there's other stuff you can be doing? So look at this, just a lot of crits going on. And that certainly helps, some of these fighters, the P-51s, catching them on fire and shredding wings means I can definitely turn inside of them and deal with them a little better if I can get kind of first shot on them. So that's usually what I strive to do in this anyway. And we're going to keep rolling. We were up tier that time. We'll see if we end up being down tiered this time or up tiered again. We might be lucky enough to be up tier again, but we'll see what happens here.
You are approaching the area of combat operations. Be ready.
All right, so Ascender, P-51, Spit DB, F4F, SE-100. We have a turn and burn. We have a multi-roll. We have an SE-100, but not specialized, and a P-40, which of course is strong in its own right. Ooh.
Pilots, get ready for action. Let's go.
That guy's out. Okay. That's a solid disconnect if he exploded. Which is unfortunate. We're going to head towards the airfield. And we're going to stay high. Unfortunately, they've already got the zone capped. We have nothing. So this is already looking to be like it might not be a great match with one of our guys quitting and them already up the cap. We're just going to ride this down. Goodness gracious. Sometimes these ADA aircraft are just a real pain. We already have reds on our field over here. And there we go, finally. So we're going to go after the Spit DB. All right, with my engine out, I'm way more maneuverable than these guys, as you can imagine. And we're just going to use that pneumatic assist at this point to make sure we retain that advantage. Now, the other guy's probably going to get me. Doesn't matter. We've already flipped the zone. That's all I care about. Ooh, look at that. As it turns out, we got a little bit of help. And I'm going to get a little bit of wrench. So somehow we went from being one zone down immediately to being 3 zones up, which is awesome. So see what we can do to keep things even here. Looks like they got a lot of aircraft inbound here. I'm really mostly concerned about the Ascender though. And that was a poor choice. Sometimes I think maybe people don't understand what they're dealing with this plane. It's always a possibility. Again, the spit dB is what I'm worried about. Unfortunately, not much we can do. They're going to flip that, I think, but it's best if I don't die in it and give it to them for free. So we're going to reset and come back in. Not sure if he didn't see me. Entirely possible. But tree taking this zone just got a heck of a lot easier, as you can imagine.
The enemy is launching rockets at us from the military base. Take action.
All right, now I don't have the advantage, unfortunately. Oh, he's going to come head on again. Okay. We're just going to speed away, see what... Yeah. There we go. All right, now. Climb, baby, climb. That's the name of the game right now. And unfortunately, this thing does have a very good climb rate. Keep an eye on them. I would like for him to dive on me, actually. That would be ideal. Yes. I know, you want me to turn into you. That is not currently the plan.
Receiving report about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. The port will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over.
Fortunately, I'm purely on the defensive right now. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. And unfortunately, them spiraling out like that, you know, altitude is the ultimate advantage. And unfortunately, I gave up mine very early and never got a chance to get it back. So, should be able to secure this victory, though, even with the rocket base where it's at. They're in pretty good shape. Let's see what we can do here. I have a feeling we're going to lose that other air base.
Cannot support you any longer. The storm is
Probably not going to make a difference. But what we can do is maybe run down this other SE-100. We are at squall line, so that would be very juicy if we could get him out. Even with a bot running it, it's a strong plane, obviously. So. I don't think we're going to have a chance to kill anything else before time is out, so. Oh, look at that. I spoke too soon. We got one more for the butcher.
great job today.
And then we're out.
Waiting for you back home.
So that was interesting. Some defensive flying in the middle there. I probably would have done that a little differently had I the option. So we'll take a look at the post-battle stats. Because altitude really is the biggest advantage you can have in this thing. With that limited boost, you really need to be able to store energy and discharge it when you need it. Probably wouldn't hurt if you do have them to have the premium. Oh, Thank you very much. Not that that means a whole lot, since I'm not going to do all that grinding. Appreciate it, though. Um, where was I? So, yeah, you need to store that energy, hang on to it, right? Probably should have put a nose paint on this one. Oh, well. And, just because it's such and I've gone back and forth on the setup on this one, whether or not I move to this or the uprated engine. The problem is you already got a low resistance to fire, and I'm just not sure having the extra cruise speed is necessarily all that beneficial. Um, it is a fairly strong engine, I think. 1500 at tier 6, not bad. Now it is a little heavier plane with everything you're carrying, but it's probably possible we could squeeze a little more out of it. And the guns are fairly short range, by the way. It's one thing to note. These are not not long range guns, so you need to be a knife fighter a little bit. But I enjoy that play style as well. So we do get it specialized. We'll open up another slot here. I would probably run with the polished skin at that point, especially for the dives, to really make it shine in that energy expenditure and retention. So it's a fun little plane. So like I said, hopefully we'll get the big video out for you tonight, maybe tomorrow. If not, it's going to be the day after Christmas, I think, before I get it done. And then I'll be playing around with my new babies here, seeing what we can do with them. This is the Alpha Beta camo for the Banshee. Should show you this one too in case you're curious. So this one's actually very fun. I love it. I just wish it had, again, it's just not great stats. You can also do the polished skin on this one. I'm just not sure that it's worth it. Because you do tend to be, fighting over places where that tolerance comes in handy. So choice is yours, though. If you think the extra cruise speed would be helpful, you can certainly run with that. It's not a big deal. So enjoy your evening. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And again, be sure to report to any knuckleheads you see. It's good to see Wargaming active. It's good to know there's an active team working on this. XBK seems excited. I'm not sure if something has shifted recently and he's gotten a green light on some stuff or what, but he's been a little more active. Discord and the forum, and there's been other people posting besides him, so that bodes well for 2024 for all of us who still love this game. So happy weekend, happy Christmas, and I hope to see you in the skies.